Good morning, good afternoon, good night. My name's Aaron from Living Simply and Fun. You can sort of see Blizzard. This is part one of two videos that we're actually doing today. And the reason for this is because Rita will be reviewing the Brick House, Connecticut, and I am going to be reviewing um, the Edge A1 or A-10. The 10th anniversary Edge cigar. It's a barber pole, and together in our videos, we're also going to talk about this, which is Dark Horse wine. We're going to be doing a review of that too. And I have to say that the smell is, well, it's not very aromatic. Um, Maybe somewhat kind of berries, but it's a basic wine, it seems, so far. Um, Looking at the glass, it's not exactly the most viscous. Um, it's rather sweet with some bitter notes. Um, so far, I really like it. It tastes a lot like a grape juice. This is supposed to be a red wine blend, too. Um, as for the cigar, it's very earthy. Um, I wonder how that's going to smoke. So let me get this lit up here. I had to get a new lighter today. My other one's starting to go, but these are actually the best little torch lighters I've ever had. They've lasted longer than some that I've purchased for buku bucks, and these are only like $6 jobbies. So, and this one wants to just stay lit. Weird. I've never had that problem before. Probably got to turn it down or something. Hmm. Right off the beginning, this is a very mild cigar, and not picking up a lot of flavors quite yet. Um, there seems to be a few construction issues with the barber pole itself, and it's already got a slight run. But that's part of the problem with barber poles anyways, I've discovered in the past. I've had 2 or 3 different barber poles now, um, and they certainly are aesthetic looking. If I'm picking up anything right now, it's some mild oats. And maybe a bit of earthiness that lingers in the back of the mouth. Anyways, I'll let Rita start her video on the brick house now, and you'll see me back when I get a third in. Hello, and welcome back. I'm now about a third of the way in. And the flavors in this are fairly standard for a cigar. It's still very mild. The wine doesn't quite pair with it so well because this is so mild that the wine is overpowering to the smoke. In fact, I wouldn't recommend much to drink, if anything, except for maybe water or something to really enhance the flavor of the cigar, if anything. I mean, it's one reason I don't much like mild cigars, is because I do have a hard time picking up the flavors. And what I do like about this one, though, is I still feel like I'm smoking something. Um, so it's probably a mild flavored and a medium bodied. Because I just don't pick up much of anything. But it's still very pleasant. It's burning real nice so far. I haven't needed any fixes or anything really. I was kind of worried about that with this being a barber pole. If any flavors I'm picking up, it's a kind of hayish and earthiness, which is pretty standard among most cigars, honestly. That's all I can say right now. I'm going to have to catch up with you on the halfway point. I'm going to probably try not to drink so much wine so I can get a better flavor for this. And Rita should be about ready for her 1/3 on the brick house. So, oh, and the wine is a very pleasant wine to me. I'd definitely buy this wine again. I would wonder about what to pair it with if I was going to do a cigar with that wine again. I think that I'd want something very full-bodied that's rather nutty. Something that might actually overpower the wine. Very similar to the barrel age. That kind of overpowered the wine enough that the wine actually complemented the cigar rather than the cigar being drowned out by the wine or the wine being drowned out by the cigar. So, anyways, I'll see you at halfway. Welcome back. And I gotta say, this cigar still has got a lot of flavors to it. They're just very indistinct flavors. I've been really slow on drinking any wine just to find out if the wine is overpowering it or not. And I gotta say that it's just a very, very mild flavored cigar. Yet still full enough body to feel like you're smoking something. So it's actually awkward because usually I find full flavor mild bodied, but this is actually mild bodied and full flavored. Still, the notes that I'm picking up is sort of oats and wood. So I can kind of say some more now because I've gotten some time into it. And there's a sort of nutty flavor to it too. And I'll say once it's hit the kind of halfway point, it's hit the sweet spot, so the flavors are coming out much more than they were before. This is so far at this point a cigar I would buy again. And I'm glad it just jumped out at me. But I'll give you my ratings in the final third. And the wine is doing a much more complimentary job now too, by the way. The few sips that I have had, which I've been trying to take my time on, just so I could try to get a flavor. For a barber pole, this has actually been a fantastically constructed one. I have not had any issue with how this is rolled. There's been no running, no peeling. Oftentimes when I'm smoking, where the seams are for the dark wrapper and the light wrapper, it starts to peel apart. The only other one I ever had that was really decently rolled was the Schizo Angry Ogre or something like that. Do you remember what that was called? It was the Ogre?
It was the Ogre barber pole. Ogre.
Yeah.
Silent Ogre Kroger barber pole.
That was a Candela barber pole, and I love Candelas. But that one had a tendency to start to canoe right along the seams. And so I'd find these little runs that would start going, and they'd start going sideways, like following the seam. But it was a good cigar. This is even better constructed. So, anyways, I'll talk to you again in the final third. So far, this cigar is pretty kick-ass. So, let's catch you soon. Hello and welcome back. I'm now in the final third, and I gotta say that I've picked up more flavors like the oats, some slight earthiness. There's also something similar to chocolate, not too sweet though. Kind of like a very dark, like pure chocolate, close like to the. If you've ever had one of those 95% cocoa chocolate bars, which are kind of almost bitter. There's definitely some flavor of toasted nuts, and I'll say that, and some leather. But as this cigar has gotten down, the main thing that I find is that this has been a fabulous cigar from beginning to finish. It's a shame to see this one getting ready to end. I can't give it a full 10 because there's that lack of flavor at the beginning, but it's very enjoyable. It's something I'd buy again, and I consider it worth the money. However, it'd be a rare purchase for me, and there are other cigars that I would probably put ahead of this. So I would give this about a 9. As for the wine, I would give the wine probably a 10. However, it seems to be higher in alcohol content. I'm a fairly lightweight, and usually drinking a half bottle of wine won't buzz me too bad. This has. I'm actually pretty buzzed right now from it. So, the main thing though is that the pairing is probably only about a 7 because the wine almost destroys the first half of the cigar, whereas it complements the second half. So if you want to try this pairing, I would wait to crack the bottle until you've hit the second half of the cigar and the sweet point, so that the wine doesn't conflict with the flavors of the first part, and you can enjoy the cigar as it should be. And then the second part, you can enjoy the wine with it and still get the flavors. I don't know what else I'd say about this. I think the price point on this was about $8.99, which is kind of expensive for a cigar that I would buy. I try to stick to $7 or less. Recently, I got a Warlock that was $7.49, and I want to talk about that just briefly. That cigar was an utter piece of garbage for the money.
Wasn't it also
it's an
Oliva,
I believe. But the thing is, no matter what I did to that, I could not open it up. I was puffing so hard on it to try to get it that I was giving myself a headache, and I still wasn't getting much smoke. So I pretty much just let the thing burn, and I tried to puff it periodically, but that was an utter and total waste of $7.49, and I wish I would have gotten 2 more of these for just $2 more. I think I just did a drunk thing. I think I said get 2 more of these. What I meant to say was get 2 of these for $2 more and drop out the Warlock altogether. I would have, in a way, saved money because I would have enjoyed both instead of having one I enjoyed and one I didn't. And that's why I do reviews, because there are cigars out there that just aren't worth the money. And I could say I'd rather get a Holtz Buzzard's Banquet because I've never had a cigar that's really bad there. Some have some minor burn issues, but for $40 and 30 cigars, that gets me through the month. And I can afford to do $40 a month with maybe 10 or 20 on some nice cigars. and I've been doing that, and it's honestly saving me money. Last couple months, I just bought bundles of some of the cigars that I've tried in that because, well, I know they're pretty decent. We've never actually done full reviews of each of the cigars that are in that price range of $1 or so a stick. And this one's actually gone out on me. So that's the first time I've had one just, well, not the first time, but it's the first time this has just gone out on me. It tunneled, as you can see. And I hate when that happens. It means I haven't been puffing it enough. Also means that it's picked up a lot of humidity as it smoked down and made it too moist for the burn to actually continue burning the wrapper. And I'll just relight this because this is too long for me to just put out. I usually smoke them down to where my fingertips are. I try to get them to right about there, where the next green line Connecticut line starts. So I'm definitely going to have to fire this back up, but my overall, as I said, 9 on the cigar, 8 on the wine, and about an 8 or so on the pairing. 7 or 8. First half was a bad pairing. Second half was a good pairing. So, okay, well, thanks for watching, and hope this helped you in making a decision whether you want to buy an Edge for yourself or not. And Rita will be finishing up her section on the Brickhouse, Connecticut shortly. All right, thank you, and have a nice day.